Hello, it's Stranger Games. How far have you gotten in Black Myth Wukong? I've reached Jubaji's part, but I'm playing on YouTube because I haven't been able to get past Chapter 1. My PC is about to die, but I think Jubaji is suffering even more than I am. His situation is so bad, I don't know what to say, so I made a video explaining his story. Let's get started. Jubaji's story takes place in Chapter 4 of the game. The chapter begins with Jubaji hiding inside a wedding gift box, waiting to be carried into the house. Suddenly, a female demon appears, knocks down the two demons carrying the box, and then disappears. Jubaji and Wukong quickly disguise themselves as the two demons to get inside. However, they are quickly discovered by the female demon. Seeing Jubaji, the demon angrily says that he caused a fire that burned down her house in the past and damaged her mother's reputation. Jubaji says he doesn't remember doing anything at that time and makes sarcastic remarks that infuriate the demon. She transforms into a giant spider, firing a sharp weapon into Jubaji's head. The demon says that what they're looking for is in the spider cave. Then she leaves. Jubaji is hypnotized by the needle in his head and forced to marry the spider demon, an old wrinkled woman. Wukong wants to save Jubaji, but he is hypnotized and chases Wukong away. The two engage in a fight. Jubaji suddenly sees his reflection in a mirror and regains his senses. The spider demon's needle falls out. However, at that moment, Jubaji is also captured by the spider demon. After being captured and imprisoned, Jubaji argues with the spider demon. He says that Wukong was the one who burned down their house in the past, not him. He had released the spider demon. He hopes that she will let him go and not turn him into roast pork. But the spider demon seems to disagree. When her house caught fire, her sisters died. Jubaji feels he can't convince the spider demon, so he starts teasing and belittling her love life. She's become an old, ugly woman, yet still wants to find love. This is embarrassing. The spider demon laughs and says that she stayed in the spider cave waiting for Jubaji to come. She misses Jubaji and wants to meet him and eat him. She has a daughter who is also a spider demon, and they live together in the cave. Just then, Wukong arrives and wants to save Jubaji. The spider demon transforms into a giant spider, and the two fight fiercely. But the spider demon cannot defeat Wukong, and she also doesn't want to harm Jubaji. The spider demon decides to go find her brother for help. But her brother not only refuses to help, but also takes her heart and leaves her on the verge of death. Jubaji stands in a field of yellow flowers and watches the spider demon die. That's what happened in Chapter 4 of the game. You've probably realized that Jubaji and the spider demon have a love story. This love story is told in more detail in the chapter's ending music. Jubaji was once a celestial being. He was a general in heaven. He fell in love with the Moon Queen and pursued her, but he didn't know that a fairy also loved him at that time. One day, he accidentally discovered the Moon Queen on a date with the Jade Emperor. He was banished to Earth by the Jade Emperor and transformed into a pig. He met a girl and thought she was a fairy, so he fell in love with her. But he was hated by the girl because of his ugly appearance. He was desperate and thought that no one loved him because he was too ugly. But then he met the spider demon. She was the fairy who had secretly loved him before. He thought he would be able to be with her, but he was afraid of being punished by the Jade Emperor. Then he met Wukong and Tang Sanzang, who were heading west to fetch scriptures. He decided to go with them. The spider demon had a daughter at that time, who was also Jubaji's daughter. But she was forced to become a tribulation on the journey of Wukong, Tang Sanzang, and Jubaji. Jubaji met her again, but didn't dare to say they knew each other. Wukong didn't know this, so he burned down her house and wanted to kill the spider demon and her sisters. After Wukong left, the spider demon still stayed in the spider cave waiting for Jubaji until she became old and ugly. I know that after watching, some of you will hate Jubaji and think he's a playboy, heartless, and tricked the spider demon. But if we analyze it together, we'll see that Jubaji's story has a lot to consider. Journey to the West is a novel that contains Buddhist messages. The game developers have successfully conveyed these messages into the game. Jubaji is a character who represents human desire. When humans can let go of their desires, they can truly attain enlightenment. Love can make us strong, but it can also make us ugly. The spider demon was once a fairy in heaven, but because she loved Jubaji, she gave up everything to come to Earth and even became a demon. This suggests that she became evil because of her love. When love is not reciprocated, it can lead to hatred. We see in a scene that the spider demon's face changes constantly, from a beautiful fairy to an ugly monster. She lost everything because of her love. Jubajie's pig-like appearance symbolizes disgusting desires and human laziness. In this love story, neither the spider demon nor Jubajie is wrong. Perhaps they weren't meant to be. They have their roles. Buddhism believes that desire exists in every human, and it is almost instinctual. So humans having desires is not a sin, but it becomes a mistake if humans let desires control them and affect others. Jubajie was wrong to insult the Moon Queen and force the girl on Earth to marry him, but he was guided to the right path by Tang Sanzang. But the spider demon had to face death as a consequence. She loved Jubajie so much that she hated him and became a demon to do wrong things. She is tragic, but needs to pay the price for what she did. These are just my thoughts. They could be right or wrong. What do you think about Jubajie and the spider demon's love story? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to avoid missing any Stranger Games videos. Goodbye and see you next time.